Good morning. February 27th. Is that correct? Yep. February 27th. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to the week. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of rain today. Had a great weekend in Dallas. A lot of the guys really starting to build some momentum right now. A lot of guys are right on the edge of some amazing breakthroughs as well. So last week, I was talking about the resistance that comes, and it always comes. I believe it's designed into the world that we live. But as we're working to create greater and greater effects, and this is day 19 of turning my book into a journey, so that's what we're discussing this morning. But as that resistance shows up, like I said, I believe it's designed into the world that we live. But as we progress, we work to create greater effects. This resistance that shows up, I believe there is a huge insight, a huge takeaway. And to me, when it comes to creating great effects, this is the biggest piece of the puzzle. This is the biggest insight. And that is, as you go through this, you realize, or it should be an indicator to you, that when you've done all that you can do, when you're as ready can be, and you're still facing resistance, to me it's an indicator that there's an element outside of ourselves that is a part of this equation. And a lot of people, I think, miss this. It happens all the time. I see people progress. I see people work hard. I see them create great effects. And then they have to fight to get that breakthrough. And what's crazy is they don't realize, they don't take away what they could take away from what takes place and really supercharge, really compound their ability to generate results. So, as this takes place, as people go through this process, you fight. You have to go through the resistance. You're creating great progress, but you have to that's the whole reason that the word breakthrough is a big word in our society, because that's what you have to do to get to great results a lot of times. But I look at it in these terms. If you don't believe in miracles, the chances of a miracle happening for you is probably less than 1%. I think most people would agree with that. If you don't believe that something can happen for you, the chances of it happening for you are very small. But just like, and I'll give this analogy, the football player, Hamlin, I forget his first name, played for the Buffalo Bills, one that collapsed on the field. It was a big deal. I seen people publicly praying for this guy on TV. There was not only him and his family, I'm sure, were believing for a miracle, but there was other people, a lot of people believing and praying for this guy for a miracle. There was belief that there is a miracle that could take place. Well, one did. It's phenomenal, that guy's story now. But within that, there's an element outside of the physical that had to take place for something amazing to happen. So I think as we go through this process, as you work to progress, you make progress. Like I said, you're as ready can be for a breakthrough, realizing there's an element outside of yourself that plays a role, that really creates the greatest effect, ignites the breakthrough that takes place. Once you realize that that's powerful, that can create great things, that can compound your ability to get results, the whole game changes. Life becomes very, very interesting at that point. And the things that you open the door for the things that can take place that haven't took place in your life before. To me, it's the greatest thing I've ever experienced. And it just keeps producing over and over and over again. So I think the biggest takeaway here is when we get to this point, the focal point needs to be, we have to show up and pass the test. Show up, keep showing up till we pass the test. And understand, once that breakthrough comes, it was something outside of ourselves. It's a power beyond ourselves that's capable of generating and compounding our ability to do something greater than anything else. So, and like I said, I believe it's designed into the world. I believe it's why biblically it says you only have to have the faith of a mustard seed, one of the smallest seeds on the planet, for something amazing to take place. So, man, I hope this helps somebody today. I'm excited. I love talking about this part of the journey that people have to go through, because I believe this is the piece where people can gain the greatest edge, and it has the ability to change their life in a way that nothing else can. So, man, I hope you guys have a great Monday. We're going to go out here and enjoy the rain and get some work done today. You guys, I'll see you back here in the morning.